So these papers are the targets of the aircraft. If the aircraft successfully detects the target, then we can say it's a successful trial and test, and the scouting process has been completed. Well, I learned that there is a targeting competition going on throughout this event. Can you give us more information about the competition? Well, the technical part of the competition remains the same. Actually, scouting is a military word. The scouting and battling actually are of the same group of techniques. But sometimes they are used for civil purpose, civilian purpose. For example, when there is a disaster relief task, we need to apply these techniques and use the aircrafts for scouting purpose, for scouting actions. Well, this is my personal interpretation of the task. So to my own understanding, it is for the purpose of scouting and disaster relief. So let's check what else we have to see throughout this event. So President Zhang, as far as we are concerned, throughout this event has claimed some numbers and some firsts, or we have claimed some firsts throughout this event. Well, we have 23 items of the competition that fall into 3 categories. The first category is the creational event. We explore the free exploration of ideas without any boundary. And the second categories and the third category fall into competitive part. So we have altogether 3 categories entailing 23 items. So 1/4 of the competition items are new first in this event. So what item are they competing for? I can see one player controls one aircraft to fly a circle, but returns to its original starting point. So what is this match for? Well, it is a traditional competition item that is to invite the young players to practice, to compete their controlling techniques. They will need to go through all kinds of technical routes, and the aircraft need to traverse through all kinds of obstacles. They need to shelter from all kinds of obstacles until they reach the final destination. So we need to challenge. It is challenging for the young players regarding their controlling techniques. Well, this item is tailored for younger players, for them to motivate them for the controlling techniques, and to give them an idea of what kind of flying technique is about. Well, from our footage, we can see several young players are busy engaged in the competition. For this competition, the players have to compete on their own. There are no teachers to help them. So it is a test of their ability throughout the competition. Well, as I toured through the venue, I can see the work staff, the players, the judge, and are all very engaged in this competition. And we are very privileged to be enrolled in this part of the competition today. Well, we also have a battle competition going on that is very challenging for the stamina of the young players. You can see the players are getting ready. The young players are well prepared. I think they look very confident. Another item is logistical support, logistical transportation. we set a target object for the players to move from one area to another destination. And the idea is to test the stability of the aircraft and the ability of the young players in controlling the aircraft. You can see the aircraft on the ground, and the young players need to control the moves of the aircraft for it to fly off the ground and also to land on the ground. Land on the cylinder destination in an accurate manner and in the shortest time. And who is able to complete this task in the shortest time with the highest accuracy will be the winner. And the player has to control the aircraft to move the object all the way through and carry the object to the destination. Before the aircraft lands on the destination, he needs to be very careful. So it is a comprehensive challenge to the players and comprehensive competence. So we must be careful about the micro controller of the aircraft. It is electric. It has an electric button. It sends out a signal first before it grasps the object. So when you close the button, turn off the button, it stops moving. But to control the button is very challenging for the young players in particular. So let's see what else we have here. Let's move to another venue. You can see the aircraft is moving in air. It takes the object and then lands on the cylinder destination. The young player needs to be very familiar with the flying route of the aircraft in order to win. And the handle of the aircraft needs to be very flexible and stable as well in order to grasp the object in an accurate manner. So President Zhang, you have shown us some traditional competitive items. So what else do we have here? Well, the drone event is a new competition. The Society of Aeronautics and Acronautics have organized experts every year to prepare for the competition. But each year we have something new and we have some new ideas. So each year we keep developing and updating the version of the competition. For example, this year we have 3 categories of competition items. For example, we also have the aircraft playing football. Can you imagine the drone playing football? The drone simulates a football player and kick the ball into the gate of the competitor. So the drones which can complete the task will win and will score. It's a pity that today we don't have an official competition going on. Well, the air battle And the drone football will be held later at 14:30 p.m. later today. So you mentioned these very special competition items. So these all rely on the techniques in air. We're not exactly. In just a few minutes, we're going to open the air acrobatics. We will have a height, two teams, each with three UAVs, three UAV players. So how will they get to the height and guard against their competitors and guard move their competitors out of their ground? And that is a very important task, and that is a test of the stability of the controller as well as the teamwork spirit. So how many players are involved in these competitions? Well, for each item, we have 3 players on each team, 2 teams with 3 players in each team. After they complete the task, those who play the game in a more accurate manner will be the winner. Well, I see. So we can see that the teamwork spirit and the strategy of cooperation is very important. Sure, it is tested not only for the knowledge reserve as well as their know-how, but also our ability, our manual ability, the ability of the young players to find a problem, detect the solution, and to use their hand manually. Finally, teamwork spirit is, of course, of paramount importance. Those who are able to work together with others will be the winners for the future. So there are high chances that we can be involved in a number of science educational programs. You can see these young players are getting ready for the next competition, and you will see how they will compete with each other. For this year's drone event, we have a lot of competition items, so we have made a very detailed timetable. You can refer to that for more details. Well, thank you for introduction. It is really a test for the comprehensive abilities of the young players. How about moving ahead to see what else we got? Well, the drone event is being held in Changhe district of Chongqing municipality. We have several venues here. For each venue, it accommodates around 10 competition items. So we have venue A, venue B, venue C. In each venue, there are very competitive items going on. It must be a lot of interest and fun. So the kids have undergone a lot of trainings under help of their teachers, and they are well lined up for the games. But after the competition is on, no teacher can escort the students in. The young players have to compete on their own. Such a format is a strong test for the students. So the kids, no matter big or small, some of them come from grade 2, some of them come from junior or high school. Well, President Jiang, for this year's drone event, it is said that this event has attracted the largest amount of players. So how many are they? Where do they come from? And how old are they? Well, I have been told by the organizing committee of this drone event that this year we have the largest number of players. There is a very interesting figure. That is 14985. That is the total number of the players. You can say it's 15,000 people. Apart from Taiwan, China's Taiwan, and Xizang district, the young players come from all across China. We have attracted over 2,000 teams coming from 30 provinces and municipalities across China. I heard the young people are greatly strongly attracted to this drone event. And the competition has even become a serious part of their life. So, can you tell us on which stage are our drone techniques developing? Well, thank you for your very interesting question, but that is a big question. Well, the drones by its meaning, means there are no human drivers within the aircraft. So there are two categories of the aircraft. One is manned, another is UAV. Across these years, the drone techniques have been developing very fast since the end of last century till the latest 20 years. Well, the development of the drone techniques are conducive to the spillover effect of the military technologies, which leads to the further development of the civilian techniques. So there has been a diversified demand for the development of the civilian spectrum and also the military circle. So this has led to the development of other fields like the advanced materials. Well, thank you for your professional information. So the drone technology has been applied in both military and civilian purpose. So it has become a hotspot issue for the aviation development. In the military field, the UAV has demonstrated a trend to replace the manned aircraft. It is like the operation of mechanical machines. If we apply the UAV to carry heavy things from the feet of the mountain to the top of the mountain, to help with the high pressure electrical lines. If we use a UAV that can accommodate 200 kilograms per time, it can help complete the task in a very short time, let alone other functions of the UAV, like a scouting purpose. And also, they can be very flexible in adapting to different risks and disasters. So we can see there is no boundary for the application of the UAV. We have seen a new competition venue just in front of us. It is very special and very different from what we have seen earlier, because the players have to sit straight, upright in front of the screen of the computer. Well, there are two items going on. One is how to adapt to the extreme circumstances. Another is to adapt to the flying tasks. I will ask more experts to help you, to give you more information. So thank you for introduction. I'm very pleased to have Mr. Marco to tell us more information about the characteristics about the matches. Hi everyone, dear online viewers. I am the chairman of the judge panel for this year's drone event. For this simulation flying task challenge competition, I believe the audience have also noticed that the big airplanes have been a hot issue for this year. Well, the background of this competition is the delivery of China's first home-developed aircraft that flies through Shanghai from Shanghai's Pudong Airport to Hongqiao Airport. So could you give us a demo? No problem. Now I will show you a simulation screen. You can see the footage here. It's like flying in the China C919 big airplane in Shanghai. Now I will give you a HOD model. We can see some figures and indexes on the screen. Sure, because the big planes are highly intelligent and very sophisticated technologies they have equipped on the plane. Now you can see, if I am the player, I will give myself a viewer of the pilot. So it is exactly what a situation when you drive an airplane. And now you turn on the controller and the airplane is taking off. Well, the simulation model is a very high representation of the reality. Now we are taking off, and we are flying high into the sky. And now the pilot needs to pay attention to different parameters. For example, the ascending angles and also the speed. We need to pay great attention to these indexes. So what are the evaluators for this competition? Well, I need to tell you a dark technology. So we have adopted the airplanes for R&D purpose. And they have applied their parameters to this young players' game. They will test a few parameters like the height, how high a plane can fly, as well as the speed and also the ascending angles. Well, thank you for your introduction. Next, let's follow President Zhang to take a tour throughout this venue. Well, President Zhang, through my tour today, I am very impressed by the number of the players and by how competitive the items are. And in front of us, there is an ongoing match that is the creation item. We encourage the young players to explore free ideas, and we will ask them to tell us their ideas of designing these aircrafts and how and whether their aircraft can really fly into the sky. So there is a defense review where we invite the panels to intervene and ask questions. What amazed us is that the kids are really brave and bold in speaking out their own ideas. So the kids can really enable their aircrafts and their self-developed aircrafts to fly. So here we have a simulation process without any human intervention. That is to test the average speed of the aircraft and to see the limit of the speed. So the linear velocity is one parameter. Of course, we have other parameters. We also have young players to be engaged in the programming process. They have brought their programming outcomes today to show what they've got. And we can see the young players are swarming in. On the right hand of the venue, there is a microenvironment that adopts the programming techniques and allows for electromagnetic shielding. We also have the imaging programming. You can see on the right hand there are so many kids preparing for the event, and they are just working on site for the programming tasks. Well, I can see almost here we have the largest number of the young players. Is it for a group competition? Not exactly, it's for the personal competition. We also have a very interesting program called the hummingbird competition. The hummingbird refers to the micro aircraft that flies through the same route. And those who use the shortest time to complete the task will win. But during the competition process, they may be subject to the magnetic intervention. So after they got very well prepared, they need to go to a electromagnetic shielding venue. So when you can pull over a curtain to have a look of the site. Let's move to the number 4 and number 5 venue. Number 5, here we got. There is an ongoing competition. Okay, let's follow President Zhang for more competitions. Well, let's try not to disturb their competition. Let's have a look. Well, this competition involves both the programming and also the hand control. It seems this competition is a great challenge for the young players' comprehensive skills, especially the programming. After they finish the programming process, they should be able to control the aircraft manually. And you can see the creative programming, and the kids have done a very good job. So how is it going? So it is the creative competition going on. So this year we took into consideration the effect of magnetic intervention. We have put in a special facility to ensure their competition. We divide them into different groups for the primary school and also for the junior school students. So the purpose of this educational drawing event is to cultivate the skills of the young players. Well, thank you for your introduction. Well, just now the work staff of the venue has given us information on the young players. I can see how busy people are getting here. And some players even come from outside the region, and there are parents accompanying their kids here. It's a very hot summer around this season. We need to pay special attention to our health. Let's see what's going on in front of us. The UAVs are lining up in a special shape in front of us, and they are flying in this shape by manual design. There are no controller behind. They have been put into this shape especially by the programming process. And remember, they are done by not adults but by kids. The young players have done such a great job. The UAVs can change their shapes of the formation, and they can demonstrate different formations. What a great combination of art and technology. So let's check out and to see how wonderful this UAV show is. The drones are lining up in a special formation, and they are executing on the directives of the program. So how about go inside the venue to have a closer look? Good idea. Some players are in the competition already, and some are in the waiting line. I think we'd better get a best angle for viewing in the performance. And you can see the panels. The panel are sitting in a line, and the UAVs are landing on the ground in an orderly manner. As you said, the UAVs are changed not only their formation but also the colors. So is this part of the programming design? Yes. So how did the kids finish the programming at home or on site? Well, the kids went through strict trainings at home, but they finished the programming here exactly on site without the help of the teachers. So the judge panel will score their performance. And we have a special measure here that is to change this location of the panels so that they can be prepared for the next game. And that has improved the efficiency of the whole event by a large margin. Let's move to another place. As you can see, the creation and game is very interesting. We have two venues here. One is for competition, another is for scoring process of the panel. Here we have another game on. 12 of them. The 12 UAVs are dancing to the music and demonstrating different shapes, formation, and motions. It's like they are floating in the air, and now they are changing to another kind of formation. They are also changing their color. So they have finished these directives all according to the program process. Have you listened to the music? It is like a taste of the art. So it's not only about technology, it's a combination of both. So after the kids finish the programming at home, they will bring their accomplishment here to showcase their UAV demonstration. You can see as they move high into the sky, they also change their colors. You will be amazed. You will be so amazed by the techniques of the UAV and also the skills of the kids. So I have a question for President Jiang. So what are your future plans and visions for the UAV event? Is it for improving the kids' skills or to encourage the application of the technologies? Well, you have said them all. We have multiple purposes of this event. The idea is to encourage the kids to start operation out of their class. That is to ensure the kids have not only the skills, the knowledge, but also the skills. So they must develop the comprehensive skills. But the very first target is to allow the kids, the young players, to be equipped with the latest technologies. Well, the high-end technologies, the UAV also have high-end technologies that are applied for military purpose. The kids must be well developed through a young age. Well, I think two factors are important. One is the collaborative spirit. Another is the operative skill. And you can see the panels are closely watching the performance of the drone show. And some are finger pointing at the motions of the drones. So as President Jiang said, the target of this drone event is multiple purpose. That is to encourage the kids to develop their skills and also to learn new technologies. No matter for those players who are already in the game or are preparing for the game, we'd like to wish them all the success throughout this event. Thank you for watching today's episode. Thank you for your attention. Thank you.
祝愿大家能够赛出风采，取得佳绩。那么感谢今天各位的收看，再见。好，谢谢你们的关心和支持。好，你看他这个做的很精简的。这个是很少有人做的。
飞机怎么这样？飞机。
好的，选手请结束了吧。
设备。